seats going to be in today. What was I thinking? Oh, I know he's going to get
You got a happy hour outfit on.
It's true, it's true.
He could be trying to lull you into a false sense of security.
No, I know he's ready
false
to work.
sense of confidence. He's ready to work. We're ready to work. We got a great weekend of football to get into, but first we start from the tight one we had last night in the desert. Seahawks came in with a 7-game winning streak against the Cards, and it was trending toward 8 before Kyler Murray and the crew scored 2 touchdowns in the last 6 minutes of the game to pull even. However, Arizona's kickoff attempt landed short of the landing zone, giving Seattle great field position that sealed their win with a game-winning field goal as time expired. The Seahawks have been dominant on the road. Last night was their 8th straight road win, dating back to last season, extending the longest road streak in franchise history. This streak also the longest active road streak in the NFL. We begin right here. RC, this Seahawks team, they legit contenders in the NFC West?
Absolutely. And no, we know who the normal suspects are, right? The Detroits, the Packers, the Eagles, the Bucks. You talk about those teams, the Rams, the Seattle Seahawks are right in that bunch. Aside from us watching Nick Bosa make a huge play to stop a drive that was going to win the game in week 1, this team should be undefeated. Then you go to Pittsburgh, you get a huge win on the road. You find a way to come back home and blow out the New Orleans Saints, which we expect. But even in the struggle last night, you get a win on the road on a Thursday night game. There's a touchdown that's taken off of the board on a holding on JSN for Sharpe. This game's not even supposed to be close. Mike McDonald, absolute coaching star. This defense, even shorthanded, without rookie Nick Emenwari, last week without Julian Love, without Devin Weatherspoon, still making plays, still finding twos, taking people off the street that can come in and perform. With the run game, JSN as a number 1, and Sam Darnold, who has absolutely revitalized his career, this team is an absolute contender. Now, but the question is going to be, how do they continue to grow? Because if they don't find a true number 2, I think that's where the trouble comes in.
Hold on. Far be it for me to be a little contrarian here, but let me add.
Far be it for you to be yourself.
That's right. That's right. See, that would be big. Right. Here's my thing. We have to define. Listen. Do I think they're a contender? Yes. I think it's top 5. I think we got to acknowledge that. These brothers can play some defense, no doubt about that. Even though Witherspoon got burnt on by Marvin Harrison Jr., we understand that can happen. The brothers still can ball. He's big time. We get where he's coming from. Offensively, when Kenneth Walker's healthy, we know what he can bring to the table. When Jigba, this brother's nice, no doubt about it. Second leading receiver in the NFL behind Puka Nacua. So we got to pay attention to that as well. Here's what I would say to you. When I'm looking at the elite of the NFC, it starts with Philadelphia. Detroit is letting us know they're right there. Even though that hiccup happened in Cleveland with Green Bay, they're right there. And then we come to Seattle because we have to look at Sam Darnold. Now, which Sam Darnold do you want me to look at, RC? Do you want me to look at the Sam Darnold? By the way, last night, 7th game-winning drive over the last 2 years. 5 with the Vikings last year, 2 already with the Seattle Seahawks this year. Do you want me to look at the brother that led the Vikings to a 14-2 record? All right? 35 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, throwing over 4,300 yards last year. Do you want me to look at that dude? Or do you want me to look at the dude that, you know what, went to bed those last 2 games? Season finale with the division crown on the line and the number 1 seed on the line. They lost to Detroit last year, and then they ended up going to the playoffs and getting smacked out of there too. Do you want me to look at that guy, or do you want me to look at the guy for the first 16 games who's reminding us of that dude thus far as a Seattle Seahawks? Because as the season wanes, okay, then I got to look and say, how much am I supposed to believe in this brother when I'm thinking about Philly, Detroit, Green Bay, Tampa Bay? I got to look at these cats. I even got to look at Minnesota because you're going to have to play against Brian Flores' defense. I got to look at these things.
Also, you got to think about those last 2 games. Brian Flores' defense wasn't what it was early on in the season.
That's true. That's true.
When you're playing against Detroit, when you're playing against Rams, Goff had a day, Matthew Stafford had a day. And so I don't necessarily know if those things say that Sam Darnold can't do it in the moment.
Your mic is out right now. You are saying beautiful things that the entire country is unable to hear at the moment.
It's not. Yes, it is. Yes, it absolutely is an invitation to get back. I got to capitalize on this moment while RC's mic is not working properly because he can't hit back. Here's the point. All I'm saying is that dude dude Sam Darnold's going to have to end up going up against these cats, okay? We were talking about San Francisco. That's right. Take your time with this mic. Take your time with this mic. You got to sit up there and look at that stuff. All I'm trying to say is, what Sam Darnold do I look at? What Sam Darnold do I defer to?
You look at the microphone. Can y'all hear me now?
You
look at this. Oh, I like this.
7:30 show is completely different than the 9:30
you are now
show.
on Smooth Grooves with RC, Joe, and Stephen A.
There we go.
So the thing to me is this, though. We can't say what Sam Darnold's going to do the next time.
Right.
What we know is what Sam Darnold's doing now. We know the drive that he had to maneuver through in Pittsburgh. We know the drive that we had to watch last night. He had driven them down the drive before as well. There was a missed field goal that put them in the position that they were in. It's not to say that I take Sam Darnold over Baker, or I take him over Jalen, or I take him over Jared Goff. But this is about team. This is about a team that's continuing to grow. This is about Mike McDonald in his second year, who we aren't talking about enough, who took over an organization, who got rid of a Geno Smith, who taken over for Pete Carroll, who's a legend there, who's a Super Bowl winner, and has already turned this team around, put them in a position that they weren't in Pete Carroll's last year. I believe that this team is one of those teams you aren't going to want to play late in the season.
I would challenge, and I'm going to win this argument, because I would challenge RC on this. You know what? We can't, really predict and forecast what Sam Darnold's going to do. Well, if anybody's qualified to do that, it's RC. RC know how to do that. RC does that all the time. I mean, it don't matter what NFL team you pick. RC does it all the time. Am I lying, Joe? He does it all the time. He'll sit up there and say, yo, that dude ain't ready. Nope, that team ain't cut. I mean, didn't he tell us the Miami Dolphins were finished? Did you say that? You said it was finished after week 3. Yes, you did. So I'm going to say that's forecasted. We still got 14 games to go. You said the hell with football in South Beach. They don't have a chance. That's what you said. You talked about Patrick Mahomes. Look, they ain't what they were. They still got a chance, but they ain't what they were, and they ain't going to be that way. That's what you said. Justin Herbert, you talked about how great he was, okay? So I'm sure you forecast
all the time. We're talking about one man. You're talking about one man.
We forecast all the time, and now you're saying we can't forecast. Yes, you can. No, you're more qualified.
I have a question. Yes, sir. Could you have forecast that Baker Mayfield would be the clutch quarterback he is now? That Baker Mayfield would be an MVP candidate based on what you saw at the end of Cleveland?
Absolutely not. You're absolutely right about that. But once I saw him do it over a period of a season and then 2 seasons, now I can forecast that brother can deliver in the clutch. That brother with Evans and Godwin and Ibuka, they can do something. I can forecast that, and it's just little old me. I ain't RC.
We're talking about because you're ignoring growth. You're ignoring growth. You're ignoring watching Sam Darnold grow, not only in his execution but in his confidence.
Okay.
Right? In a position where if I'm the Seattle Seahawks right now, right, and I'm down late or the score is tied late, I believe in my quarterback. I'm not thinking about who Sam Darnold was with the Jets, because Jesus Christ wouldn't have been a good quarterback with the Jets when Sam Darnold was there. But I am saying, okay, what did you go learn from Kevin O'Connell? What did you learn from the last game against the Detroit Lions? What have you learned from what the wild card on the road can look like? Okay. And then you see him in Arizona show up. You see him in Pittsburgh show up. You saw him show up late in the game against San Francisco in week 1.
But I'm specifically
look what's happening.
That there's a season wane. See, these are early games. That's my point with you. These are early games. I'm saying I get to moments that you're talking about. I'm talking about
today, Stephen A.
Okay, well, today, give them all the love in the world.